Hey guys, this is Rajat Goel and you are watching TechRJ, the best place to know the best features of your smartphone. And today in this video we'll be talking about Samsung Galaxy M31, which looks good, comes with a polycarbonate pack, and for 16,000 rupees provides you with 64 megapixel quad camera setup, 32 megapixel selfie camera, Super AMOLED display and 6000 mAh battery. We'll be talking about 40 plus special features of this smartphone, so the video will be a bit longer, but I would suggest you to watch this video till the end to know every detail of your smartphone. So the very first feature is the always on display on the smartphone. As I earlier mentioned, the phone comes with the Super AMOLED display and this feature always comes along. You can long tap on this to change settings or preferences if you want to use it or not. Also, if you want to use it, what all to show in the display, this can be customized even more, which I will be sharing further in this video. Second feature is the one which I am already using right now. It is the dark mode, and let me tell you, dark mode looks stunning in this smartphone due to this high quality display panel. Samsung obviously produces best quality displays in the market. Blacks are very dark here and you actually feel no LEDs glowing during black backgrounds. This also helps you save a lot of battery. You can also use focus mode from this control center here. You have two options to select from: work time or me time. And if you select one and press start, you will stop receiving any kind of notifications for certain period of time to help you concentrate on whatever you want to do. One amazing feature here is the pop-up window support for almost all applications. You just need to go to recents, click on the app icon and select open in pop-up window, and there you go, the app opens in a pop-up view which can now be resized or moved over your primary screen. Not just that, you can multifunction using this feature. You can open as many apps you want at the same time. If you press and hold power key for few seconds, the power menu opens up, and along the normal power options you get to see side key settings option. If you click on this, then here you can assign a shortcut for double tap on the power key. By default it is set to launch camera. If you are using a VoLTE enabled network, then you can also use video calling and Wi-Fi calling in this smartphone. You can just dial any random number in the dialer and make a video call without even saving that contact. To use Wi-Fi calling, you need to enable it from control center, which can be kept enabled or disabled as per your preferences. You can also use automatic call recording feature in this smartphone. To enable it, you need to go to dialer settings. Here under recording calls, you need to enable this toggle, which is auto recording. You can also see option named smart view in the control center, which can be used to cast the display of your smartphone to any another smart device, or the opposite, that is, use this device as a display for another smart device. Next on the list is the global search feature, which can be accessed by swiping down on the home screen. You will see a search bar which enables you to search in your file manager, messages, contacts, apps. Basically performs a global search at once. However, you can also configure to open notifications panel. For this gesture, you need to long press on home screen and go to home screen settings and enable this toggle here, which is swipe down for notifications panel. If you notice here, when you swipe down from status bar for the first time, you don't get to see brightness control, and to change screen brightness you need to swipe down one more time. But if you keep changing your screen brightness, then you can go to quick panel layout here and enable this toggle, which is show brightness on top. Now if you check again, the brightness can be controlled by just a single swipe. Battery percentage is also hidden by default for home screen, which can be enabled here. This time you need to go to status bar settings here and enable this toggle, which is show battery percentage, and now the percentage can also be seen on home screen. Next up here is the separate app sound in the sounds and vibration settings, which is again an amazing option if you want to play separate sounds in separate devices. Basically you can route your audio to different devices. If you move to sound quality and effects in sound and vibration settings, you can enable Dolby Atmos here, which can only be enabled if you are using a wired earphone or a wired headphone. You can also use equalizer to change sound effects as per your preferences. You can also use blue light filter if you go to display settings by just enabling a toggle here. It is sort of more useful if you are not using dark mode, as you anyways won't see much blue color in your screen if you are using dark mode. This can also be customized to increase or decrease the opacity of this filter. Font size and font style can also be customized, and to do that you need to move to font style and size under display settings. You get some pre-installed fonts to select from, or you can download more if you want, and also the font size can be increased or decreased as per your preferences. To use navigation gestures in this smartphone, you need to go to navigation bar in display settings tab, where you can select this full screen gesture option. Enabling this will hide the buttons present on the bottom, and you can now swipe up to go to home screen, swipe and hold for a second to go to recents, and swipe from edges to use the back button. You can also increase touch sensitivity of the smartphone if you feel like increasing it. Maybe if you're using a tempered tempered glass that can make you feel like that. You just need to enable this touch sensitivity toggle in display settings here. Theme support is also present here without use of any third-party application. To change themes, wallpapers or icons, you need to go to themes in settings menu, where you can also download or buy more themes and wallpapers. Icon packs can also be downloaded, or you can buy them if they are not free. Here in the theme store, you can also customize your always on display. Basically, you can again download or buy more always on displays for your smartphone, which are created out of some photos or GIFs. If you see, by default, this one wallpaper is always shown on the lock screen every time. If you want to see different wallpapers every time you go to lock screen, then you need to enable dynamic lock screen option in wallpaper services under lock screen settings. You can also choose different categories of wallpapers here, for which the phone will keep on downloading more wallpapers. You can also change the way the clock looks on your lock screen as well as always on display. You have got a lot of options to choose from. If I select one randomly here, as you can see, you can select different gradient or solid colors for your clock as well, which definitely looks stunning to me. Next one on the list is face widgets, which again can be accessed from lock screen settings. This is basically the setting for the information that you want to see when you are on the lock screen or always on display. You can enable or disable music, schedule, alarms and weather. If you move to biometrics and security in settings and go to biometric preferences, you can see this toggle here, which is screen transition effect. Enabling this will enable a cool transition effect if you unlock your smartphone using your face unlock. Next up on the list is the smart pop-up view. We already discussed about the pop-up windows. You can enable smart pop-up view for different applications, and if you receive any notification for that app which you have enabled for smart pop-up view, the application will directly open in pop-up view if you click on that notification. You get to see a toolbar every time when you capture a screenshot in the smartphone, which can be used to quickly edit or share the screenshot or taking long screenshots, but this can also be disturbing in some cases if you just wanted to save that screenshot. To disable this toolbar, you can navigate to advanced features, screenshots, and disable this screenshot toolbar toggle here. But if you decide to keep that toolbar, as I earlier mentioned, you can capture long screenshots by pressing this icon on the toolbar, which scrolls down the screen, and you can keep pressing it to keep scrolling your screen until you want to finish or capture the screenshot. Next feature on the list is motions and gestures support on the smartphone. You can find them in advanced features under settings menu, and you can enable or disable a number of motion gestures from here based on your preferences. You can click on each gesture to know how you can use it. You can also use one-handed mode if for some time you decide to use only one hand, which can be found under advanced features in settings menu. You need to enable this toggle, which is use one-handed mode, and then you can enter one-handed mode by a simple gesture or double press of home button. Game launcher or gaming assistant is also present here under advanced features in settings menu, which needs to be enabled from here. However, to actually use it, you need to open up this app named Game Launcher. Here you can add your games to automatically enable this gaming assistant whenever you play any game. Next up in the advanced features is the dual messenger, which can create a dual or copy of any social media application like Facebook, Snapchat, etc., which enables you to use two different accounts at same time. You also get an actual antivirus protection from MCAFEE here, which can be enabled from settings, device care, security, and here you need to press the activate button. You can also set a shortcut for power button plus volume up button to perform a dedicated action in this phone, for which you need to navigate to settings, accessibility, advanced settings, side and volume up keys, and enable this toggle here to select any one of these shortcuts. Next up in the advanced settings is the flash notifications feature here, which can be used to enable camera flash or screen flash to let you know whenever you receive any new notifications. Let us quickly move to the camera app now, and the first camera feature is changing background in live focus mode. After you have captured a photo in this mode, you can go to preview of that photo and you can click on this change background effect, and here you can change the amount of blur in the background, add an effect to the background blur, or even change the colors of the background. You can also use camera app for shopping here using the BIXBY vision feature. While you are in the preview of your recent photos, you can click on this eye-shaped icon, which automatically starts searching for any products in your photos which can be bought online. You also get to use wide angle mode and macro mode in this phone to capture unique and creative photos. You get dedicated camera lenses for both wide angle and macro. Wide angle photos can be captured directly from photos mode. Macro mode, however, can be selected from more modes on extreme right. If you are on the video mode and go to camera settings, here you will notice that you can shoot 4K Ultra HD videos from both front and rear cameras. One amazing option in the camera app here is the super steady video mode, which on top of normal stabilization provides you with extremely stable videos. And trust me, these results are amazing and much more superior. The phone also provides you with full-fledged AR support, which includes both AR Doodle as well as AR emojis. AR Doodle can be used to draw something and AR emojis can be used to create a 3D emoji of yourself. Also, along with the normal slow motion feature, you get to see a super slow motion feature here, which slows down the videos even further, keeping them smooth and cinematic. So these were the best features of this smartphone, friends. Please give a huge thumbs up if you like this video. If you have any suggestions or any questions, please feel free to ask them below in the comment section. Do subscribe and press the bell icon for many more interesting upcoming videos, and yeah, do check out our Hindi channel for more fresh content.